Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the Blue Gamer Bluecast Morning Show. I'm your host, Adam Blue, 30 plus year video game enthusiast and industry analyst. And today, for October 3rd, 2025, I'll run through the latest gaming news, what I've been playing, etc., etc. Hey, Trondheim's good to see you. I got up later than I wanted to. I didn't do my normal morning walk. I think end of the week, there's been a lot going on. Really tired. Check out yesterday's Gundam Explained if you haven't. Andrew from Goji FX Unlimited crashed. It was pretty cool. He actually showed literally here. He came here and then he was talking. I moved the camera and I don't think he actually wanted to be on camera, but we were just talking. And check this out. He 3D printed and painted a Compy skull. I know it has a full name to it, but I know Compy is like the shorthand for it. Man, this looks so good and it's articulated on a hinge. I was holding on to some items for him while he was moving. So this was kind of like a little thank you, which is kind of funny because then I had to move, even though a little different, from my office to now this new area, which I'm still working on. And it seems more cramped, but there's actually more room. It's just that this angle, normally we would have the window, the sliding glass door window that had the curtain. In this case, there's a window in front of me, and then the rest of the kitchen is over that way. And then there's like over there's a door that has a window to go to the backyard. There's kind of like I don't know what you call it. The windowsill you can like sit on, but it has like the windows I don't know. And there's a lot of windows, a lot of light. This is really a cool spot. In fact, I do kind of like that. Although I have to organize. Everything here is like fallen and crashed because my wife and I were like literally lifting and moving the what do you call it? The shelves, the bookcases with the stuff on it without trying to fall. I can't believe that was her idea. I mean, yeah, of course I've thought about it, but I was like, no, not with these Gundams. But it worked out. So anyway, eventually I'll have all this stuff looking nicer. And then there's stuff back here I still have to organize, but we're back. It's like nothing happened. Oh, wait a minute. I wonder if my audio is better. Do you guys remember yesterday the audio was really bad? I guess maybe, let's see real quick. It could be that you guys aren't hearing it. I got to keep talking just so. We're back. It's like nothing happened. Oh, the audio's good. Okay. Okay. So it's Friday. I had a lot going on. Let's see. And audio's okay. Thanks, Alternatives. So let's look at some things real quick. Where do we want to start? Let's start with what I've been playing, and then we'll go from there. So, wife and I last night played more Split Fiction. Almost 17 hours in. We haven't beat it yet, but we might be about to be beating it. I keep thinking we're near the end, and it just keeps going. And I feel like I've said it enough. It's just an okay game. I could see two people that never played video games having fun with this. And then, playing some more Sonic Cross Worlds. How much did I play? You know what was really cool? My wife was playing a Grand Prix last night, but then I think because she was already playing with me earlier, and then she was playing by herself when I went to go stream. But then I think at that point, it was just too much for her. And I get it. Like Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, I think you can only handle so much because it's insane. But here's what's cool about the Xbox. The day before yesterday, right? Yeah, was when she was playing the Grand Prix, stopped. And then I went to the Xbox, turned it on, went to Sonic Cross Worlds, and it resumed exactly where my wife was. That's what I love about the Xbox. So then I was able to finish the Grand Prix. Do you play it online at all? Yes, I've played online. It's pretty fun. It's just that a lot of the unlockables, unless I'm missing something, a lot of the things you unlock are done in the offline mode. Split screen works because there's that mode. It's like the park. I forget what it's called. It's where it has all these different like team-based challenge things you play. I'll have to see if they have that online. But I'd love to play Mario Kart Online. I need to play more Sonic Online. So anyway, Sonic Racing is still a fun game. I'm so glad I got it. But I think Racing exceeded my expectations in specific areas. I did not think they were able to take racing, like character racing, to the next level. And I think they did here. I think they beat out um, Mario Kart World, where I would say Mario Kart World had the more streamlined production value. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds is like the next gen racing game. So, okay. And excuse me, my allergies are because I got up, I haven't walked yet. Like I said, my allergies are a little messed up. I'm sorry. But Marvel Cosmic Invasion, I've been thinking about it all day since playing the demo yesterday on stream. I was disappointed in it. And it's funny because it's exactly what I was disappointed in TMNT Shredder's Revenge, but I never really took my time to articulate it too much just because it was like, well, I guess they just designed it this way. But seeing that they designed Marvel Cosmic Invasion this way, and I was not alone. I know I showed you guys, I might look at it later. We were even looking at the discussion afterwards. And if you go into the discussion on Steam of the demo, people are like, what is this? Why is it so basic? Why are the moves super like every complaint I had while playing it is totally like when it comes to people that love beat 'em ups, this is almost like it's in disguise as a beat 'em up, but it's kind of like just a standard. I don't even know what it is. I know that sounds so negative, but what I'm going to do is I think we might play some more, and I'm going to play completely different characters just to kind of see. It's just that I don't know. We'll talk about that in a bit. Did you try it again and see if the assist moves made it more interesting? No, I mean I'll do that in this, but really all they are the other character comes in and attacks too. So it's like it's just another move, which which it could be based on the character I play, or I have to figure this out. The game doesn't really do any chaining for any purpose. It's like you could just do one move and then you could do another move. It's not like you're chaining moves. It's pretty interesting, and we'll look at that. Hey, Jim Kellix, good to see you. But it's like I don't want to be too negative, but I think it's because I've been looking forward to this game so much, and I love the beat 'em up genre so much. But also I know that sometimes the beat 'em up genres games could mess up. G.I. Joe, Power Ranger, like they were almost there. They really relied on the graphics. Whereas Double Dragon, Gaiden, Rise of the Dragons did more of a modern pixel look. It wasn't trying to look old school. And on top of its modern pixel look, it had very modern combat mechanics. So let's move on to some news though. Again, excuse me for the nasally, like sniffling, whatever. That's right. Okay, Microsoft says it's trying to reinforce Game Pass price increase by adding more value. So this is something that I just heard maybe a little bit last night or this morning, that Microsoft increased the price of Game Pass. Out of all of the monthly services that are available for gamers, or the services because you could pay annually, I guess. I have Xbox Game Pass because I've been using it so much. I think like the Sniper Elite Resistance came out earlier this year. Actually, you know what? And if I go to Midnight Hatter, good to see you. And if I go to recently added to Game Pass, there's just so much. I mean, there's a lot of Ubisoft stuff, sure, but there's just so much on this that's more interesting to me than what PlayStation Plus has. But Nintendo has theirs, which I hate. Hold on, let me switch. Where I actually pay for Nintendo's, but it's because it's like I want to say like $50 for the year or something like that. I remember, yeah, it's something where it's not like a bad price. And then I think it was gifted to me originally, and then when it was time to renew, it's always like, well, actually, I can budget $50 right now on my Switch to last me for the year. Like it's when I'm thinking it that way. But with PlayStation, it's really hard. Yeah, the other day when I was playing Godzilla PS4, I was like, well, I need to get the online achievements. Maybe I'll work on that right now. Oh, I need PS Plus. And it's like, wow. I don't know. So Microsoft says it understands price increases are never fun for anybody following its decision to raise the prices of Xbox Game Pass tiers. Speaking to The Verge, Microsoft Director of Gaming and Platform Communications Dustin Blackwell said that it is trying to reinforce its offerings by adding more value to these plans alongside the price increases. Let's see. This is all in from $19.99 to $29.99. That was earlier this week. They announced that. Okay. It also announced Rise of Xbox Game Pass Standard. Okay. So, blah, blah, blah. It's Ultimate 30 a month. Now we're starting to get to this point. Let's say a game I want is going to be on Game Pass and it's $40, but there's no other game coming out that month or maybe next month. I might just buy the game instead of paying Game Pass. Because now that we're getting to the $30 price point, I have to think of what's the amount I would be spending within a month anyway on a game that's not for sale. And sometimes like, well, this game comes out on Game Pass this month, like October Game Pass. Let's calculate that. I am going to switch screens again. That's not the screen. Okay, so let's go to Game Pass, and then we go to coming soon. Leaving soon. Come on. Is it this trending now? No. Oh yeah, coming to Game Pass right here. Oh crap. This is going to oh no. What the? Okay, there we go. Sorry. Ninja Gaiden 4 is in October. The Outer Worlds 2. I don't care to play Outer Worlds 2. Because it's on Game Pass, I might turn it on. If I wanted to buy Ninja Gaiden, it's $69.99, $70, $30 for Game Pass. It is going to be cheaper for me for the month of October if I wanted to play Ninja Gaiden 4 to just pay for Game Pass. So already, knowing that I'm going to play Ninja Gaiden 4, I'm going to pay for Game Pass. It makes sense. So I wonder if I should go to month, because here's the other thing. The other interesting thing they're doing is retail stores are going to continue to sell Game Pass for $20, the Ultimate. So it could be that I have to find out when my, let's see. Ooh, in a couple days, it is going to expire. Next payment's on the 5th. So I might this weekend go, or maybe even today, go to GameStop, buy the $20 Ultimate, and add that on here so I'm not paying the $30. So anyway, I'm bringing this up because I think if you're trying to be conscious with your spending, which I have to be, because I love playing video games and I love buying Gundam stuff, but I have a family. It's like this is a way to kind of look at that. Anyway, throwing that out there, it's like I don't know if I can be mad at raising prices. I mean, if they see the market and that's how it works, okay. Let's see. Now, I want to say if it says any added value. Blackwell noted the price increases reflected additional content added to the service, specifically its Ultimate tier. Game Pass Ultimate will now include access to more than 400 titles globally. This includes the majority of our partners who want to continue to bring their future games to Xbox. We're also now giving access to more than 75 day one releases each year. That's a 50% increase over the day one titles. Okay, so that's a lot, actually, the day one titles, but they could be as small as an indie game or as big and meaningless to me as like an Outer Worlds 2. Yeah, so interesting. Just prices being raised. I don't know if I'll ever go back to where I'm just buying the games as I go, or do I continue to pay for these services? I don't know. All right. Moving on, Rock Band 4 to be delisted on 10th anniversary following the expiration of its licenses. Real quick alternative, if the price increase actually has justified additional perks, I don't have too big of a problem with it. And that's what I was trying to get from it, because they're saying 50% more day one releases, but are those games that I'd like? Is it just any game? And then personally, how much would I be paying that month for? It's like, I feel like you have to do calculus to really maximize your spend. I don't know. But anyway, I want to talk about this Rock Band 4 thing because, like, man, back in the mid 2000s, Guitar Hero Rock Band, I remember, I think that's when that was, up until like the early 2010s. I forget the time frame, but it was so fun playing these games with people. I had moved out. Yeah, when did the first Guitar Hero come out? Guitar Hero 1. That was 2005. Okay, this makes sense. That was the time period. Rock Band 1. 2007. Yeah, okay. So this period, I had a house nearby. I had bought a house when I was 19, and I shouldn't have. That was the whole crash that happened under Obama and all that. Not that I'm blaming Obama. I'm just saying because there was the Obama plan that I was signed up for, and it effed me over. But I got $800 out of it from a class action lawsuit. That does not fix everything. But anyway, that's not here nor there. But during that time, I had a house, just me. I wasn't married or anything. And I would just have friends come over all the time, and we would just play Guitar Hero, Rock Band, all that stuff. Oh man. But here's the thing. Music has been a big deal for me, especially in video games. Like when Crazy Taxi came out in 1999, that got me into The Offspring and Bad Religion, where I discovered real like punk music. Not The Offspring on the radio, but they were playing Offspring that was on like their other tracks, or that wouldn't be on the radio. And that was a pivotal moment for me. And then once Rock Band came out, I remember I first got into Iron Maiden when Rock Band came out, and it had Aces High. Loved it. It might have been Aces High, I forget. One of the Number of the Beast, maybe. It was just so fun. So many friends playing that. But the thing that happened both with Crazy Taxi and we're seeing with these music games in the future, as they're either put on other platforms or whatever, things get delisted. So you think of like all of the music that was licensed, and then all of a sudden, all of that stuff is then just gone. Crazy Taxi, all the music like Offspring, Bad Religion, all that, it's now like generic music, or maybe it's cool music that they licensed, but it doesn't have the same impact. And then when you get to these Rock Band games or whatever, and then in the future, like, well, I can't access, it's been delisted. I don't know. And this kind of goes back to AI for me as well, is a lot of the conversation around AI art leans more to artists wanting to make sure that they're making money off of their art. And it's like, okay, I understand that, but art is bigger than people making money off of it. And so I felt like art in our modern capitalist economy is really just about making money and not just the expression of art. So when I'm having fun doing stuff with AI on the side for fun, people get really mad. It's like, oh, no, you could only do art within the economics of blah, 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 and it's like, no. And it's the same thing with music. It's like music's in a game, and it's like, oh, well, wait a minute. The licensing expired because we're going to want more money for you to enjoy this art. I hate it. I think it's wrong that our economy runs in that way when it comes to art. And it could be in the future as, maybe as like religious establishments are looked at, that art can be looked at differently, where art can't have some sort of baseline value across an economy. It's personal for everybody, like when people people 3D print like something that doesn't exist, and then they're selling it and painting it. That's just worth as much as it could be to that person that wants something like that doesn't exist, if that makes sense. Like when someone's like, well, I'm going to make these things and sell it for that. It's like, great, because I want that, Anyway, just this licensing thing with Rock Band really made me think about that, how art is way too, people give too much control of art to corporations, and it shouldn't be that way. So there's that. Okay, I think that's it for like the news and the topics. It really isn't too much interesting unless I really missed something, because really I want to dive back into the Marvel game, Cosmic Invasion. And I want to play as some other characters, and I want to kind of mess around. There's an update that came out It must have been either late last night or this morning. As I turned on my PC, it was updating, so I don't know what the fixes were, what they tweaked. But again, it could be that, just like the Ninja Turtle game, this game is made to be this sort of basic. Even though it's like when you're mad about something and you don't know why. What was it? The prequels. At first you're like, why don't I like this? But sometimes you can find charm in things. Okay, so I'm gonna play some completely different characters. Captain America and Storm. Okay. So again, I'm not looking forward to how grindy it is.
Don't need the old spider sense to figure out there's trouble downtown.
Watch out, these bugs have been sent by annihilants.
So remember, there's only one attack. Okay, and then there's two, but it's not like I comboed, right? Hit this. Like it's not like a combo. So yeah, two buttons. It's not like a combo. Okay. See, and the assist, I guess, is just like, look, you can attack and then that. No, okay, so that is pretty cool, I gotta say. But I guess that's not what I want from a single character that's fighting, because it's like, okay, come in and do a move while you're doing a move. Okay. I gotta say, though, for a game to play as Storm, which it was like that in the old arcade game, this is pretty cool. Oh, wait. There we go.
Light 'em up, Aurora.
Okay, and then her... So it's just a projectile. So then when I am Captain America, and I press LBY... Okay, if I'm Storm, LBY... So you could press a button where then the character... See, that's interesting. You can call in a character to do a combo, but it's not a combo you can do. Now if I press... Oh, I don't have... Okay, let me... So, let's see, there's no double jump. There is a block. Okay, I see a secret, by the way. Did you guys see that up there? There's something up in the top that's glowing and that's green. Okay, let me, There we go. Found a secret. Okay, cool. Alright, so... I will say, using your assist might help kill the enemies faster. But it doesn't really add necessarily to the gameplay. It's just another move you can do. And you have less control. It's almost like you're pressing a button for it to then do its own thing. Alright.
Catch this.
Like, what is this? Why can I just do... I'm just, like, not even trying. If this was Ninja Gaiden... Double Dragon Gaiden... oh my god, Double Dragon Rise of the... Double Dragon Gaiden Rise of the Dragons, I would be having a harder time because I wouldn't want to die. And then I would want to make sure I'm keeping my combo. This has there's no mechanics of fighting that lead to anything. Like, there's no, like, combo system that you can put together to earn points, to have higher... It's like, this is all it is. And while it's fun to play the different characters because this is like what happened with Power Rangers, because each move is the same thing, you're really just doing the same things. Now, again, I have to play as different characters to really see
Even a goddess needs to eat.
if there might be a character or two I'd fall in love with. But, like, as we saw when I played my first time, I didn't even use an assist. And it's like, you don't really need to. It's extra button presses that doesn't do anything extra. Does that make sense? So, like, sure, I can press X and then Y. Just any character can do. But I can also press X, Y, and then do the assist. And so it's just the third attack. It's not like it's a real chain or a combo. There's not like a multiplier that appears. Although up at the top it did say 4. Yeah, 1X, 2. But it doesn't do anything. And it has a really long window up at the top, if you noticed. Again, like, and it could be that this demo is easy mode, or just like Ninja Turtles, it's just supposed to be an easy game in general. Gosh, I'm really trashing this game, aren't I? Oh man, I was expecting so much, but I kind of knew because of the developer that it might be basic.
Blistering bolt.
I mean, it's like I don't have to think beyond mashing the buttons. Like, look, look at my multiplier up there, or my combo, 76. But what does that mean? It doesn't mean anything.
Forward, Captain America. Power grows within me. Even a goddess needs to eat.
Probably because so that's the other good point about this is it could be just like Ninja Turtles, and I think I played 6 players on Ninja Turtles. You know, this developer tribute games. And I played it once, and again, it was fun, but there's just so much going on where it's not like you're playing a classic beat 'em up. It's more of you're just with a bunch of friends talking. Because, again, there's so many people, it's easy. And so this...
Oh, come on. You can have my share of the loot.
Yeah, I don't know.
No.
They just use the IP to carry the game instead of the gameplay of the... Yeah, and that's actually what a lot of the complaints are. If you go to the Steam discussions, people are really getting on this game. Like, they're just using the Marvel IP to get people excited about something, but it looks great. This looks great. It sounds great. Oh yeah, I'm probably supposed to block. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right, because there's a block. Some characters block, some dodge. And it's the same because even if you have your assist, your partner come in and assist, there's still a certain point to which the boss is going to then be invincible. So it's not like, again, combos don't do anything in this game. It's not like you can trip up the enemy and stop him from doing an attack. The boss is still going to go through his motions, so there's almost no reason other than, let's say that you have another character where they might complement each other. One's a dodger versus one's a blocker. I mean, that might be a way to get something out of the mechanics, but like all the talking I'm doing while playing this, it's like I don't feel like I have to try too hard. Man, it is crazy. I really want to make a video about it because even the G.I. Joe beat 'em up came out, backlash, updates, improvements, even to this day. Power Rangers came out, backlash. They made a bunch of improvements. They not completely, but they overhauled some of the way the combat mechanics works. For the Power Rangers game, it's like, okay, this is a little too simple. So I guess that's the other part of it. I see where successful beat 'em ups just shine, and then I see where beat 'em ups come out usually from bigger IPs, and it's like people are like making complaints and then they fix them. So 100% this game is probably going to get a bunch of fixes to the core gameplay after it comes out. I mean, I really don't feel like I'm just kind of like pressing this, then pressing this. Since nothing's combo based, it's like, okay, I'll press this, then I'll press this.
Glacial gale.
I'll attack you, I'll attack you. I'll do this and kill you. I like that you can fly.
Thunder strike.
And then, you know, it's the same enemies over and over, just coming in and not really doing anything.
Facing a goddess.
I can't believe I'm talking so much crap. It really is because I was hyped but knew deep inside that Tribute is going to be kind of a basic game. And here's the thing. I like Tribute games. I'm going to exit. I kickstarted their Mercenary Kings. And then when it came out, I was like, again, there's something with, and that could just be me personally. Okay, like if we go to the discussions, from Marvel Avengers to this, saying that Avengers was 1,000 times better than this, but that's not what. Like, how can devs expect people to play such a bare bones beat 'em all? I guess they bet on the Marvel IP here. Wow. Yeah. And then, yeah, people are really going into this. Like, no dedicated throws, lots of recycled moves. Combat is flat because of wimpy hits. Blah, blah, blah. Also, floaty physics and slow flow overall. That's a good point. You know how it's like, I'm just pressing this, then I'm pressing that. Like the slow flow, that is 100% true. If we go to, that's not what I meant to do. We go to the store page, Cosmic Invasion. We go to Tribute Games. Mercenary Kings. My issue, and that's 2014, my issue with Mercenary Kings was how slow it was. It was just go, 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 shoot, jump. That, like, it's like too slow. Panzer Paladin. Oh, I played that on stream. Now that was pretty good. I didn't beat that though. And then Steel Assault, another one. I think when they're doing their non-IP stuff, it's pretty good. Even though Mercenary Kings is their IP stuff. But Shredder's Revenge, as much as I love Shredder's Revenge, it was like, wow, we're getting a modern Ninja Turtle beat 'em up. But it also plays like the old Ninja Turtles where there's not really combos and there's not really a system to it. Anyway, they went too old school classic. Jam Collects, that's exactly what it is. It's almost my first beat 'em up level. Yeah, and so that's where sometimes I feel like I get a little too negative because at the same time, there are people playing these games for the first time. And to the majority of people, maybe that like Ninja Turtles or like Marvel, these types of games are perfect because you don't have to literally think too much. You can just kind of beat them up, which, I can't hate. I can't hate that. If that allows more exposure for cool IPs and more games, like at the end of the day, that's cool. So guys, I'm going to head out. That was a lot of fun. I'll be back Monday with some more. Yeah, but until then, have a good one. See y'all.